Hi everyone, and welcome to kind of a different video today. So it's been a long time since I've done a collection update, and these last few weeks I've really had the time to tidy and add all of the new items that I've recently picked up. So I spent like 2 months in Japan last year and I brought a lot back with me. Now, some of the items in these cabinets have been removed since the last video, some new items have been added, and some of the items have been moved around. So I'm going to go over the collection briefly. I'm not going to go into detail for everything, and I might show some of the non-Sonic related bits at the end for those interested. Alright, so let's get started. Right, so I'm going to start on the right hand side. Now I've already opened the doors on the detailed cabinets just to reduce the glare, as I always do in my collection videos. So starting here, now these first couple of shelves have probably changed the least since my collection tidy. On this shelf is probably my favourite shelf for Sonic plushes relating just to Sonic the Hedgehog the character. We've got of course the very famous Soap Shoe Sonic plush. Absolutely love that plush, and he is tagged. It's on the right hand side but you can't see it. We've got a few others here. We've got the Australian Sega World Sonic plush here, the small version. Sonic X Volume 2 Sonic. Now this shelf used to have the Sonic Adventure 1 Sonic plush in here, but I've changed it around and instead in his place now is the Joypolis Sonic plush. Coming beneath that is my Robotnik display. Again, not too much has changed in this one. Another one of my favourites here, another Australian Sega World plush here. This is the large version of Dr. Robotnik and it is mint and tagged. Sonic X Volume 2 Dr. Robotnik. It's a pretty unusual piece at the back there because there's not really much merchandise of that design of Robotnik from either the Underground or Sat AM Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon design. So it's pretty cool to have that one. Loads of various figures of the good Doctor. Coming down, we've got Sonic Adventure 2 Rouge. She's got the Jazzware Classic Amy on top of her and a couple of other Sonic plushes around her. Sonic Underground plush. We've got the first 4 figure 20th anniversary statue. They're all around. Sonic the Fighter's Amy keychain. Coming beneath that, we've got 2 first 4 figure exclusive statues of Metal Sonic and Super Sonic. And there's a couple of Metal Sonic plushies here as well, the Sonic Boom version and the Jazzware version, who's sitting in a Joypolis cup. Boom Amy. A couple more miscellaneous items and badges. You've got the 25th anniversary that PVC statue, I guess you could call it. That was another item from Joypolis, although it wasn't entirely exclusive to Joypolis. In case you might have missed these, I've got these really awesome sketches here, or it's unfair to say sketches really because they're just really awesome pieces of artwork. These are from the super talented Richard Elson. I'm pretty sure if you're familiar with my channel you will know who this Sonic art god is. These are some really awesome gifts I got from him. Okay, moving to the side, we've got this one. This is one of my favourite shelves, probably for non-plush related items. This one I've kind of solely tried to keep just Sonic related in here, although there is a Metal Sonic little figure in there as well. Some really cool items here. We've got the items from the Sonic Generations Collector's Edition. The cup with Jazzware Sonic in there, the 20th anniversary edition. Right at the back right there we've got some Sonic the Hedgehog perfume. There's a few items hidden in the back there. The bubblegum dispenser. Really love this guy here. This is the pewter Sega World Sonic statue from the London Sega World. I only ever got there the once and we're going to get to some more items very soon. A few more bits. Coming beneath that, we've got the large talking Sonic Boom plush here. His shoes light up blue when you press the talking function on him. He's actually become quite rare now. I had a little look for him recently on the online sites and I could barely find any. The prices have really shot up for some of these Sonic Boom merchandise that come out about, what was it, about 4 or 5 years ago? I did actually do a review of that guy around that time. So we've got another first 4 figure statue here, another exclusive version. There's some stuff in the back there. Some pin badges, some keychains. Here's some more of my Sega World merchandise. This is all stuff from the London Sega World. Really, really awesome here. We've got some of the pin badges, the magnet, pen. I put my original ticket away. I used to have it on display, but as it was quite fragile, I didn't really want any sunlight getting to it, and I put it in, I think I actually put it in the pin badge at the back there, because it was just a small flat item. As I said, I only ever got there once, which was back in 1998, would you believe it? Coming beneath that, I've got pretty much solely a Tails and Knuckles collection in this display here. Tails to the left, Knuckles to the right, clearly. We've got 2 more first 4 figures exclusive statues with some plushies all around them. Some figures and pogs. Coming beneath that, we've got kind of a really random selection of plushies here. This is where the Sonic Adventure 1 Sonic is now. He's actually next to a Sonic Adventure 1 plush of Knuckles. The only plushes I own from the Sonic Adventure 1 original plush line is Sonic, Tails and Knuckles. Tails is there. And we've got Joypolis, Sonic and Tails. These are kind of sort of limited edition ones because you've got Sonic with a blue JP logo and Tails has got the yellow JP logo. Usually it's just a silver or white logo, as you saw from the very start of my video. The logo on his foot on there. We've got Sonic X Tails plush there, bit of a weird looking one, and a Sonic Boom Knuckles. Starting down on here, because the top one's not Sonic related, we've got some of my favourite plushies. When I mean favourite, I mean most favourite as in how well made these plushies are of the other characters. So this is the full plush collection of the Sonic X Volume 1 set, which contained Sonic, Tails, Cream, Cheese and Chris. I think Knuckles, I can't see on the tag there, I think he was Volume 2, it might have been Volume 1, I can't see the tag. Yeah, he's Volume 1, okay, I just saw the tag because the Volume 2 tag shows you all the characters. So these are really, really awesome, well-made plushes. I absolutely love these plushes, and all of them are mint and tagged. It's Chris there. In the back, you've also got the Volume 2 plushies as well. Or in fact, Shadow's actually from Volume 2. The Volume 2 set contains Shadow, Rouge, who's at the back there, Bokoon, Knuckles, and Sonic. Although he's not in this shelf, but you already did see him. He was sitting on top of the Soap Shoes plush. Coming beneath that, a lot of miscellaneous items here. Some of them new, some of them are from my childhood. Childhood items would be definitely the Matey Sonic Bubble Bath. I've got a Sonic mug there at the back there, sitting on like a Rubik's Cube item. There's a Jazzware Metal Sonic big figure there, which is actually quite expensive to get a hold of now. I'm quite surprised. We've got some of the 25th anniversary Dr. Eggman plush, another Jazzware 20th anniversary, some more miscellaneous items. This is actually an original Happy Meal box from McDonald's, clearly, from around 2005-06 I think it was, but this is actually the original one I got from there at that time. Some figures, some pin badges. These are actually from the collector's edition magazine of Sonic the Hedgehog from Games Master. This was from like a badge machine, you put money in and there was other designs. I've had that years. Unfortunately it's the only one I've got. Coming beneath that, we've got another first 4 figure statue here. This is actually the Sonic Generations Diorama statue, featuring both modern and classic Sonic. on literally like a piece of road from City Escape. This is a really big and heavy statue. I actually had to fit this on the bottom shelf of these cabinets because it wouldn't fit on any of the others, and I actually had to put it in there diagonally. It was the only way it would fit. But this is a really awesome and high quality statue. When the batteries are in there and you turn it on, all this lights up. It's like literally sparks coming out of the skateboard of both of them here. Really awesome. Around them is some more miscellaneous items. We've got the bendable Sonic figure there in the left. Some Jazzware items, and that's actually some Sonic mints there on top of them. There's some plushies around them, some more keychains. We got the Sonic Duel game, the Tony game from the mid-90s, really awesome. That's another item from the Sonic Generations Collector's Edition. The ring actually has the number on there of which edition I've got. And that's pretty much everything from the Sonic stuff in the cabinets. So I'm going to need to go back up and let's show you some of the stuff that's now on the walls. This hasn't changed too much, I suppose you could say. The Sonic, the Shadow statue I should say, sorry. First four figures again of Radical Highway he's on is in the corner here. He's really big, he's tall, he won't fit in any of the cabinets. Next to him is the Hawaiian Joypolis Sonic plush, and sitting on top of him is the 20th anniversary Jazzware Sonic plush. And behind them is the collector's edition box of Sonic Mania. Above that I've got the collector's edition of Resident Evil 2. On top of that is some more Sonic figures. Over here we've got some Sonic X and Jazzware figures on the wall. Some dangles. We've got a really big Sonic X plush here who's sitting next to my television. He's pretty cool. On top of him is a Christmas slime because it's Christmas every day in the game room. We've got a Toad plush there. Some more Sonic stuff coming up here. We've got the large talking Sonic X figures here. Now I don't know if these still work. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he does. Don't know if the others do. No, Tails doesn't. And neither does Knuckles, so it's only Sonic that still works. It's an interesting one because you've got quotes from Sonic Adventure in there when they're actually Sonic X figures. Coming over here, some more Sonic related goods. Plushies at the top there. Some more figures, some more miscellaneous stuff dotted around. Couple of bits. We've got some more Joypolis Sonic plushies here. We've got a watermelon one and the Halloween one. I do like the Halloween one. Pretty cool. So that's pretty much everything Sonic related I think I can show you, other than maybe some of the actual games themselves. So I'm going to move on to briefly cover some of the other stuff now in my collection. So if you're not too much interested in like video games or some of non-Sonic related goods, then appreciate you watching this video up until now, and tune out. But for those that want to stick around, I'm going to cover briefly some of the other stuff from my collection. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to close the cabinet doors a little bit so I can get closer. So on top of the details, I've got various figures of other things I'm a fan of. So we've got a couple of Digimon figures here who are in front of some Super Sonico Nendroids. Some more, another Sonico figure. Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero figure. Kill la Kill. And here's another Sonic related item, technically crossover. Oh no, not technically, it is. We've got the Rin and Sonic figure, which is pretty cool. I actually picked this up on my very first trip to Japan. Now we've got some Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Kai, or Dragon Ball, whatever you want to associate it with, figures. Another one here. We've got a figure here of Leon who came from the collector's edition of the Resident Evil 2 set, which is that big one right there. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a hold of the Resident Evil 3 collector's edition because it sold out literally immediately, unfortunately. And now they're selling for stupid amounts of money on eBay. So behind the figures, let's start with this pile here. I've got various anime. This isn't all of the anime DVD or Blu-rays I've got them in another section. And let's get on to some games. So we've got some Dreamcast here. Dreamcast may well be my favourite console of all time. If not, it's definitely up there. Nintendo DS. My Nintendo Switch collection, which is really growing now. Really loving collecting for the Switch. Wii U. Coming back down, we'll go across here. We've got Wii. Nintendo GameCube. Here's a really cool poster of Sonic here, Roadhog. I put this one on here because I actually do own the original artwork for this. Well, it was originally a cover from Sonic the Comic, but it's also used as a poster, which is what it is here. Of course, art from the always awesome Richard Elson, as I've already said. We've got Sega Saturn, Xbox 360. Coming above that, we've got PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. And we've got some retro games at the top here, and a Sega Saturn controller. Now, this isn't all of my games. I've got some of the more fragile ones out of sunlight and out of any potential damage, and some of my signed Sonic the Hedgehog games I've not got on display. I've got them kind of wrapped up separately because I've got copies of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, both signed by various people such as Yuji Naka, Takashi Iizuka and Jun Sonon. And there's a couple other like some Mega CD games, but this is the bulk collection of it. So let's go to this detail. This one has completely changed since the last time I did a video on it, this shelf anyway particularly. This is my Dragon Quest XI collection, or Dragon Quest XI, whatever you want to say. Huge fan of this game. It's actually now my favourite JRPG game of all time, and probably favourite RPG game, to be honest with you. I absolutely fell in love with this game, and during my last trip to Japan, I picked a lot of goods up. In fact, this whole shelf here was just goods I picked up from one trip. I cannot recommend picking this game up enough to anyone. And of course, as the character designs are from Akira Toriyama, being a big fan of Dragon Ball already, was even more of a plus. There is a Nendroid I think I'm after of the Luminary, or the hero, who's the main character, coming out I think in October, which I probably will pick up. Coming next to those, so as I already said, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, and as you can probably tell from this shelf, Frieza is my favourite character, and this shelf is dedicated solely to Frieza related goods. It's mostly his final form in here, but there's a couple others. You got his first form, third form there. You've already seen the second form, which is up there. He won't fit in there because he's a really long figure. But there's some really strange items in here. We've got like a spoon here of Golden Frieza. There's a towel there to the right. Not in here, probably my most random Frieza item I've got for my collection is actually a face mask. Like a beauty face mask. It's really weird. But yeah, pretty cool. Coming beneath that, we've got Zelda stuff. Really big fan of Breath of the Wild. I've been kind of a follower of the Zelda franchise since Wind Waker, which is one of my favourite games. Because the GameCube was technically when I first started getting into the Nintendo systems. And here's some stuff. We've got a Link Nendroid, which really works in just the Nendroid style in general. Some plushies and amiibos. I've kind of fallen behind a little bit now with the Legend of Zelda amiibos. I at one point had every one that had been released, but now I'm a little bit behind. Might need to track those others down. And there's a couple of sealed copies of the games to the left and right there, which is holding up that shelf. And there's a Zelda magazine. Coming beneath that, we've got some anime girls, a couple of shelves. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. As I said, there's the Christmas slime again. And the other stuff's just literally box related goods. So that's everything, guys. It kind of went on for a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but it's kind of briefly covered like some of the changes and what the collection looks like now in the game room. I do plan to do at some point another live stream with myself in the game room. I haven't done one of them for over a year now, so if anyone's got any more like in detail questions, I will put a big heads up to what that live stream is going to be, so I can answer questions in person sitting in front of the game room, so keep an eye out for that. And if you kind of want to look at the older video of this, where I go into much more detail of all the items in the collection and some of the other items that aren't on display here, I'm going to put an end screen up to that right at the end here, and also a link in the description. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this, guys, especially for those that stuck around all the way to the end. You guys are always awesome. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you soon on the next video.